Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're living a fierce day today. I know a lot of you ladies out there are pressed for time, so in today's tutorial we are doing the 5-minute contour and highlight. So there are two big differences when it comes to contouring and highlighting. Contouring is where you want to push that portion of your face back, maybe give it a more contoured type chiseled look. Highlighting is where we're going to illuminate the portion of your face to give it more plump look and make it look more vibrant. There's different techniques that you can use, one being where you first apply a stick contour and then you follow it up with the powder contour. The same technique could be used when it comes to highlighting as well. I use Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination, followed by my powder from MAC, which is Hyper Real Glow. Real quick before we jump into it, you want to pick a contour color that is similar to the shadows already on your face. You don't want anything too dark and you don't want anything too light because that defeats the entire purpose. You might find some tutorials out there that are going to tell you to apply your contour into the hollowness of your cheek, and that is the number 3 technique. However, I no longer apply my contour this low right here. I no longer do that because I feel like it gives me more of a skeletal look. I want my face to not be so round, yes, but I don't want my face to look so sunken in right here, especially as we age. That's not a very good look on us. But since I want to show you how to do your contour and highlight in 5 minutes or less, we're going to get our contour stick and we're going to throw it away. Instead, we're going to start with our contour powder. So I use an angled brush to help me get the right location when it comes to my contour. If you feel your bone, I'm going to apply it right here at the bottom portion of my cheekbone. And I'm going to pull it all the way up towards my temple, and that's going to give me a lifted effect. Let me show you the difference between the side that I've done and the side that I haven't. Next, I'm going to take my brush again. I'm not going to apply it on my jawline. That is old school. That's what we used to do. I'm going to apply it right underneath. This is going to help eliminate my double chin and my jaw. I'm stopping right here, and the reason for that is because my face is round. I want to elongate my face. So this area right here in the middle, I'm going to use highlight all the way through this area. So here we go. I've done one cheek. I've done right underneath my jawline. Now I'm going to apply it to my forehead. Now I have this weird hump thing going on my forehead. If you feel that your forehead is small enough, that's the reason why you would contour, then go ahead and skip this part. If you want to give like a bronzer type of look, like if you've been out in the sunlight, then go ahead and apply some, but just don't apply as much. So I'm going to take my contour and I'm going to apply it right here. And I'm going to pull it down. But I'm going to stop right here. Right in the middle. And of course, if you feel like you went a little bit too far, you dab a little bit off. Now this is giving me a more contoured look and making my forehead look a little bit smaller than what it was. So I'm going to do all of this to this side of my face. Let me pull that back so you could see how I've done both sides now. Again, right here in my forehead area, I'm going to leave this line clear because I want to elongate my face because my face is rounder. One last thing that I do right here. And this is going to help shadow out that area. If you feel like you have a double chin here in the front as well, that's going to give you a more contoured, chiseled look right here in the front as well. I'm just going to use a sponge and I'm going to just blot it. And all this is going to do is help even it out. And that way you don't have a very strong, prominent line when it comes to your contour. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So now that you see my contour right here, I'm going to apply my blush just right above it. And I don't have my blush brush. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I found it. All right, let's apply that blush right above the contour. I'm also going to pull it up as well. I've already kind of started here, and it's going to marry my contour right at the end. All right, I got blush to both sides. Let's talk about highlighting now. I stop right here, as you can see where my eye is, because all of this area, I'm gonna add some highlight. There's a difference between the way I used to add my highlight and the way that I add it now, so let's get to that. So I'm going to start with my cream highlighter first, and that again is the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination. Just so all of you know, I do not get sponsored for any of the makeup that I use. I purchase it all on my own, and I'm just showing you guys some great techniques that I've learned along the way. I used to make a big triangle right here to cover this entire area. But as you age, this area is very tricky to apply so much makeup to because we often get the little creases right here and there, if you can see my creases as well. So this is the area that you don't want to build up too much makeup in that area. And when you do apply cream makeup, you want to make sure that it really does blend in well in the creases. You also want to take it easy when it comes to adding powder to this area as well, because that's going to dry it up and you'll start seeing those creases once again. So instead of doing the triangle highlight underneath my eye, this is now what is in. You apply it right here to the corner of your eye. I'm going to pull it down and stop right there. Then I'm going to pull my brush. Then I'm going to use my brush to pull it in just a little bit. And that's all I'm going to apply right there. Now I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to apply it right here. And this is going to give me a mini facelift. I'm going to take my sponge now and I'm going to blot it so that way you don't have harsh lines around it. I'm going to do the same thing right here, right by my nose. And I'm going to blot it in. And again, because of all these creases, you want to make sure to really get in there and make sure that it sinks into all of those creases. So let's take a look at the side that I've added highlight to around my eye and the side that I haven't. If you can tell a difference, leave me a comment below. So what I did to this eye, I'm going to do it over here. Applied highlight to both of my under eye areas. Now let's move on to our forehead, down to our nose, and right here in our chin. Remember this line that I wanted to keep clear of my contour? I'm now going to add highlight to it. So I'm going to start here at the top, and again, if you already have a long face, no need to do this. If you don't, if you have a round face like I do, this could help you. I'm going to add a little bit here. I'm not going to apply too much product, as you can tell. I'm just allowing this area to have a little bit of a highlight right above my nose. Now I'm going to actually add more product right here. So I'm going to make a 3 little stripes right here. So this middle stripe that I have going on right here, I'm going to pull it all the way down my nose. And this is going to give me an area to work with when it comes to my nose. I'm now going to take this highlight, I'm going to put it right here, right above my lip, and I'm going to put it right underneath. As you can see where I put my highlight, it's now allowing my face to look longer and more narrow. I don't want it to look too shiny, so I'm going to get my sponge and I'm just going to blot it. All right, there you have it. Okay, so let's get into my nose because I do contour my nose. I feel like my nose is a little bit too wide. I don't really like that, so I'm gonna help contour it and give me a little bit of a nose job without having to go under the knife. So here's the thing for me when it comes to contour my nose. I feel like it's easier when I use a stick contour versus powder contour for my nose because I'm trying to make the line super thin. If you don't have a stick contour and all you have is the powder contour, then just get one of these thin little eyeshadow brushes, as you can see right there. This will help you make that line a little bit more defined. It's a little secret. I love KKW Contour Sticks. Bad thing is, Kim Kardashian, after she's dropped the West in her name, she's rebranding. No longer KKW. So they're not out right now. So you have to wait unless you can find some on Amazon. All right, so let me show you how I contour my nose. As you saw right here, I have my highlight right down the middle of my nose. I'm gonna start my contour, and you wanna start it right where your eyebrow ends. And I'm gonna pull it right alongside my contour line. And again, you want a thin line. You don't want it too thick because you want to be able to recover. You don't want to have this huge glob of contour and then you're trying to figure out how to get rid of it. Again, I'm going to pull it from my eyebrow and I have to look over here because I want to make sure my nose is straight. Another thing, you don't want your lines to be crooked because then it gives you the effect that your nose is crooked as well. So we used to pull it all the way down here. We don't do that anymore. You want to use a contour and pull it just a little bit right here. And right here, this is right before the ball of your nose. And then I'm going to take the contour and do this right underneath my nose because I'm going to give it the little shadow. And that's going to make my nose look like a little button nose. Okay, I'm using another sponge because I don't want to mix my contour and my highlight. That's going to be a mess when I have to clean this sponge, so this is a different sponge. So I'm going to get this, I'm going to do the same technique. I'm just going to blot it out. So I'm going to use the bottom of this, and all I'm doing here is I'm just going to tap it right here in the end just to get rid of any harsh lines. I don't want to add any more product there. I just want to get rid of those harsh lines. And I'm now going to use this bottom portion just to blend it all together. That's all I'm doing, is just marrying it together. I'm taking off the harsh line that I've created between the contour and the highlight. So there you go. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to take my highlight and I'm going to add 2 more lines to my nose so that way I get the really nice contoured look and make my nose look really sharp. I'm going to apply the highlight right here to the edge of my nose. This will blend into, remember, that highlight line that we already put in. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the sponge, and I'm just going to marry it all together. Get rid of any harsh lines. So there you have it. As you can see, my nose looks a lot thinner than what it did before, and it's obviously because of that contour and this highlight is making. So remember when I told you that I'm going to use some powder highlight as well? Still going to use it because I want a little bit of shimmer. So I use a similar brush that I use for the cream highlight. This time though, I'm going to put it not over the area that I used cream highlight. I'm going to put it right here where my highlight, my cream highlight, meets my blush. It gives this area just a little bit more pop. I'm going to use the same highlight, the same brush right here to give it a little extra pop and to illuminate my eye makeup. I'll do the same in this corner and the same over here. Now I'm going to use a little bit right here, right on the tip of my nose. If you feel like there are any areas that we just added the shimmer highlight to are too much, just a little too much shimmer for you, just get your blending sponge and just blend it out. All right, there you go. There's the finished product. As you can see, I've contoured both sides of my face, starting here and here, then working my way to my cheekbone areas to give me the more chiseled, contoured look and not just a round baby face. I then contoured right underneath the jawline, not on it, underneath it, a little bit right here. I also contoured my nose. I've added highlights to the inner portions underneath my eyes and to the outer portions underneath my eyes, so that gives it more the lifted look. Looks like I got a facelift in 2 minutes. So I really hope this video helps you out so you can get that contour and highlight down in 5 minutes or less. If you have any questions or comments about what I did today, leave them below in the comment section. I'll also make sure to put down a list of the products that I used below this video as well. As always, remember to like and subscribe so you can follow my journey every week. I'll be dropping another video. Until next time, be fierce and be fearless.